Hey, Michael Linowitz here, DLG Business Associate and a videographer. Thank you for joining us. Today we're going to talk a little bit about music licensing. Since we do represent a lot of musicians out there, we get a lot of questions involving the legal jargon within the music industry. So let's hit the ground running. To start off, I think it would be important for anyone out there who is a musician or a writer or a composer to know the difference between a composition and a music sound recording. That's like the first key element when it comes to the legal situations of music licensing. The composition is what you get when you have the actual chord progressions, the notes, and the lyrics to a song. That's what makes up the song. Then you have the recording, the sound recording. That is the actual recording of that composition. So technically you can have multiple recordings of the same composition, each of which will have its own copyrights and licensing. So that's important to know, especially when you take your first steps towards trying to make money off of your work, which is registering with a PRO. Now, generally, the PROs for compositions, you have CSAC, BMI, and ASCAP. And then they have a PRO specifically for sound recordings, which is Sound Exchange. So you're going to want to register with both, especially if you are the composer and the sound recorder, especially if you're starting off for yourself and you haven't been signed to a label. Chances are you're recording your own music. Now, it's important to know that music publishers are different than PROs. PROs are the ones that collect and monitor all the licenses that are being used, and they'll find out if your song has been used or not, and then they'll collect the royalties for you. A music publisher goes a little bit more above and beyond, and they establish relationships with other people in the music industry, and they basically find people that will use your compositions. So if you have registered with a with a music publisher, if you got signed with one, then they will go out and find artists who will record your song, or movies who will want to get a sync licensing with them, and then they will collect the money through the PROs. So that's the first basics when it comes to collecting your money and your dues in the music industry. In the next video, we're going to go a little bit more in depth into the different types of licenses you could expect to encounter, especially when it comes to working with publishers and the PROs. So I hope that was helpful, and join us next week. Thank you. Have a good one.